Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good morning everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessTrader.com weekend update show. Hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is having a great start of your weekend. I apologize. There was no video for the last like 2-3 days. My daughter, again, is, for you guys who have kids who play high school sports, the high school basketball season is like literally right around the corner. So they keep on scheduling these scrimmages throughout the week. So it's kind of hard to get everything done. But again, we're literally in the last leg of December, last leg of 2025. Hopefully everybody is kind of, getting there, right? Getting there, the first 3 to 5 years. That's your growing pains. You got to figure out what kind of trader you want to be, what kind of style of trading, all depending on your lifestyle, your tolerance level, your time commitment, all that good stuff, your trading account size. And again, if you've been struggling, kind of stuck in the mud, you've went through bull cycles, you went through bear cycles, and you're still just not getting there. It's just something just might be lacking or missing in your game. And if somebody doesn't sit down and kind of show you or kind of just tell you what you're lacking, you're probably going to expire. Again, that's the biggest problem. It's not that you're dumb. It's not you can't do it. Everybody literally starts the same way. If you've been trading for 10 minutes, 10 years, or 30 years, everybody starts, right? Everybody starts somewhere. It's just that something there. It's just that something in that crossroad that makes one person go to the right, or make one person go to the left. And if you are having trouble, you're lacking that process, whatever the case may be. Again, guys, we've been offering this really huge discounted trial the whole holiday season. There's only like 2 weeks left in the year that it's going to be live. If you're interested in pivots, you've been following along for a very long time, guys, all it takes is 30 days. Come inside the webinar. You'll see the price action play out, the price discovery areas play out. It's really, really neat. We're literally the only people on the planet who trade in this fashion. And again, who knows, it might be a right fit for you. So I look forward to seeing a lot of new faces. Let's discuss it, right? Here we go. Here we go again. Back to the future, right? Back to the future. So we've had a really, really aggressive sell-off, right? We've had an incredibly aggressive sell-off in the end of October throughout November, where we lost the 50-day moving average. Again, yes, that's where we're back to having the conversation. And if you guys remember, again, we lost the 50-day moving average at 607. And in 6 sessions, we went from 607 all the way down to 580, right? Again, over the 50-day, good. Below the 50-day, not so much. So then we finally reclaimed back the 607 level, okay? To finally get back to 607 level on November the 24th. And again, over the 50 good, below the 50 bad. We went from 607 all the way up to around 630 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sessions, right? So we went down 26 points on the Qs on 6 sessions, and we gained about 20-25 points to the upside in 11 sessions. Here is the problem. Here is the dilemma, again, if you are a bull. Really, really aggressive sell-off in a NASDAQ composite on Friday. The numbers are really not going to dictate that because the sell-off was 1.7%, okay? The problem with that is that bar, right? That one candle on Friday took down 2 weeks worth of buying, okay? As you can see here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this candle took down 2 weeks worth of buying, and now we are back right to the 50-day moving average, which is roughly 613. Okay, so if you've been following along for years or just even following along for weeks, you know the importance of what about to have next. So if you're an adult and you're a mature trader and you're a person who trades both sides of the market, this next piece of information is kind of important. So as long as we continue to close above the 50-day moving average, risk is on. That's fine. As soon as we get below the 50-day moving average, again, all you got to do is refer back to on November 11th, what happens next? 26 points in 6 sessions. So yes, We are closed right at the 50-day moving average on Friday. Monday is going to kind of probably determine what narrative, or what tone, or what personality the market is going to have for the remainder of the week and potentially remainder of the year. The idea that Avago came out with earnings on Thursday night and hit down the semis, again, not that crazy, right? Not that crazy of a move, but the point is the semis are going to be a predominant group in the NASDAQ 100, and hence why we went down almost 2% for the week and almost 2% for the day. If that wasn't enough fuel to the fire, you had Oracle come out in the middle of the day, because again, remind you, number one, they came out with earnings on Thursday, crappy earnings as well, but they came out with a PR that they are delaying some data centers for OpenAI for 2026. And if the Avago earnings didn't kind of bury the market, the Oracle, the whole AI trade did. So NASDAQ got hit. We engulfed 2 weeks worth of selling. And the question, literally the only question is, again, I don't need to prolong this video. The only question going into Monday is, are we going to close below the 50-day or above? That's it. That's literally it. We either have to, right? If the bulls want to continue this rally, they have to rally off the bat, off the floor. They have to rally aggressively into the close tomorrow on Monday to give themselves some cushion. Because if we do close below 613, yes, absolutely, folks, we have we have an opportunity then to get to 610, 604, and then all the way down to this 596 level. That's going to test this dramatic trend line that we had all of 2025. So we don't have to discuss this, right? We don't have to discuss it. If you've been following it for years, you kind of know it's pretty cut and dry. Over 50 bullish, below the 50-day is bearish. So very, very important going into Friday's session. Great week, really, really good week. Tesla has been an absolute godsend. I literally put on one trade on Friday, and this was it. Going into the day, 449.27 to the upside, 440 to the downside. All week we've been talking about mysterious buyers. Even when the stock was like down to like 440s, they were coming in for the 460, 465 weeklies the whole day. Again, I'm always prepared on both sides of the market. So this thing just took off like a rocket. 449.27 to the upside, and Tesla went nuts. I was pretty much done in the first 15 minutes a day. It gave us literally a $10. I mean, again, this is, if one day in history books are going to show this is where babies made it. This is how babies are made. So you literally had a $10 to $13 candle right from the word go. Phenomenal move. And then what's crazy about it is I sold about 75% of my position, and I was down to a runner. And then next thing you know, this news comes out with Oracle, and Avago keeps on putting pressure. And Tesla actually had a 20-point reversal, obviously stopped me out break even. Came back in. I logged off around 11 o'clock. I couldn't care less about what happened for the rest of the day. And then Tesla literally rallied back. So it was literally my only trade of the day. Absolutely phenomenal. But now you are set with the reality of, hey, if the market loses the 50-day, it doesn't make a difference how strong an individual stock is. And like I always remind traders all the time, especially new traders, it's not the one stock that stands out. It's the 10,000 that don't. So if we are prepared, right, and we always are, if we are prepared for the potential loss of the 50-day moving average, I don't care about the one stock that's strong. I don't care about the one stock that's green. I'm worried about the 10,000 that are not, the 10,000 that are about to lose the daily moving average, the 10,000 that are about to lose major ranges. And that's the thought process. Again, it's not the sum of the parts, it's the whole. That's going to give you price sentiment. It's going to give you market discovery, price discovery. It's going to give you an indication of which way the wind is blowing. So again, guys, any close, 613 is the magic number. I was telling you guys, 607, 607. Right now it's 613. Not as fun to say. So let me give you guys some ideas for Monday, right? They're going to be all to the downside, for the exception of Tesla in case they run it one more time. But here's the ranges that I am watching for Friday, for Monday, right? Just in case we lose the 50-day support. This is what I'm watching. I am watching Oracle, right? I am watching Oracle. It's held the bottom range that started on November the 25th. We are 3 weeks in. So this range is held for 3 weeks. If it starts losing this November lows, I will be a seller. There will be more downside to come. Avago, again, crappy earnings. Let's see if there's a day two. As you can see, it stopped right on the 64-day EMA. If it loses the 64-day EMA, the next support is all the way down to 340, 344. So I'm definitely watching that. Microsoft, right? Microsoft has held the bottom of the range here for nearly 2.5 weeks. I will be watching this thing. It can't rally. Eventually, the dam is going to break. So I'm watching the bottom channel of Microsoft on the December lows. Google got punished, absolutely punished. Lost the 3-week range, stopped at the 20-day. If it loses the 20-day moving average, you guessed it, you know what's going to happen next. There's a million charts, guys. There's a million charts. Look at Amazon, right? Look at Amazon. And I'm just going through the Magnificent Seven. Amazon has held the December bottom the last 2 out of the 4 days. This thing loses the December bottom. It should have more selling to come. You know, again, there's a million charts, folks. AMD, everything that you look at. Look at AMD. AMD loses a 64-day. This thing has room to 200. There's a lot of good-looking charts. And the Qs, if you want to use a point of reference, the Qs start losing 610. There's going to be, they at least start losing 613. We should get to 610. They lose 610. We should get to 605. Lose to 605, yada, yada, yada. Should get to 596, 597. A little bit too early to put the cart in front of the horse, but that's kind of the reality. So again, not to prolong the video, again, above 613, everything's all good. Santa Claus will come. And if we close below 613, not as much. So guys, have a great weekend, everybody. God bless. If you are interested in pivots, guys, take advantage. We have 2 weeks left of the major discounted trial. Hopefully this will be something that you're looking for, because again, if you're stuck in the mud for 2-3 years, again, how long can you continue the same cycle and expect to have different results? Guys, God bless. Hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you all in the field on Monday.